Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Jitty Jet Show. Jitty Jets, real live. Welcome, you guys. Have a seat. We're gonna be drawing some Evangelion. We're about to get it on some Evangelion. Yeah. So no one's here yet. I will just get started. I'm just gonna keep drawing. This is what I'm working on right now. Asuka. It's called Asuka Blood. So I'm putting some final finishing touches, final rendering for this piece that I'm working on right now. Asuka Langley. But before I get started, if you guys are here with me, please let me know if you guys can hear everything okay. Let me know if the music's too loud. It's a little bit too loud in my ear. Okay, welcome to the show. We got a great show for you guys today. A good show. A real good show today. So, I want to cover a lot of things. Why am I drawing this? Where am I going? Where were we? Just got back from Anime Expo, actually. Yeah, so not just, but earlier this month, July 4th is the last day of Anime Expo. It was a good show. Good turnout. Thank you guys to everybody who showed up. It's really nice to see you guys. And I finished this last piece from Ray for Anime Expo. Just like cranked it out. Didn't sleep, got it made, and now I'm gonna make a piece with Asuka Langley. And I've drawn Asuka so many times. I've drawn all the characters so many times, but I can't get enough. And like I said, I just feel happy when I just draw things I really like. Man, my voice is like crackly. I'm taking some pre-workout, so I pulled up some my old drawings. This is a sketch that I had sitting around of Asuka that I did like 2 years ago. I don't know how long that is. I'm trying to something like that, 2 years ago or something. I felt like this was good, and I was ready to finalize it. But then I drew another one, and you guys know my banner is Asuka Langley as well. Where is it? Pretty sure I did another one. Nogo. Where's it at? Asuka. It's kind of like my go-to. If I don't know what to draw, I'll just draw Evangelion. Oh, here it is. So I did this one, and this one. Oh, and also did Ray. This was pretty much good to go, and I could have turned this into a print as well, but I didn't. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just a weirdo. I just keep wanting to do new stuff. So yeah. So here we are. I'm just gonna quietly work on this, talk about some things. Please pull up a seat and draw with me if you guys are watching. Ooh, I forgot to turn that layer on when I made this thumbnail. Oh, it's on. So let me get to drawing before I get really distracted first, and then I can start talking about things that I want to talk about. I get distracted, too distracted, and the drawing will never move ahead. So right now we're just putting some darker lines around these shapes. Some of you kids don't even know who Asuka Langley is. What do you guys know about Asuka Langley? That's an old people anime. The old people. So when Asuka Langley, when Evangelion was released, I was the same age as the characters. So like we're all the same age, technically, you know. So I was like really like relating with it a lot. And a lot of people like to complain about Shinji's reluctance to pilot. God, it's really quiet right now. I'm just wondering if there's anybody here at all. Say something if you guys can see the stream. Oh, check. 1 2 1 2. Oh, hey, CBA TV Bizarre Adventure. Hi. Who? You. Welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Now I'm gonna dedicate this whole entire stream to you. Thank you for saying hello. You're the only one here. That's good. I just need to be able to have some feedback to know that this stream is working. Eric, you're too late. You're one comment. You're too late. We gotta leave you behind. The only person that exists in my heart today. CVA TV Bizarre Adventure. Deep down in my heart, I still love you. Thank you. Hugh, you looking fire. Thank you. Just gotta put some of these finishing touches on here. You know what I'm saying? If you guys know, okay, so let's talk about Evangelion, right? Storytelling. It's like phenomenal. Let's dedicate this a little. Well, let's pay some respect to Evangelion this stream. Phenomenal. It's one of the animes that gave birth to all the other animes. And all the tropes and themes that we know of today are like directly borrowed from Evangelion. It's just like the characters, like the characters that we know of today, like Tsundere and Yandere and all, are character tropes that were originated from Evangelion. Yeah, and so I was the same age when the show came out. That's pretty good. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Glad you can join us today. Hungry Hippo. Can you hear music? Maybe just turn it up more here. That way we can hear me and music. Yeah. Let's put these darker values all over the place. Yeah, so I just relate a lot with Evangelion growing up. I mean, I was going through like teen angst, you know. I won't go into personal details, but you know, like family relations. I had somewhat of a similar vibe going on in my life. You know, and I really relate with the main character, especially, and people want to give Shinji a hard time. They're always like, you know, get in the robot, and everyone just hates his guts and just pissed off at him. There's a level of frustration that goes on because we watch it and we think a hero should be able to just get into a freaking do the job, be the protagonist, and just win the day, you know. But that's not what it's about. It's all about the emotions and traumas they're going through, and you experience that emotion. It's one of the most real like expression of emotion. Like that's the masters of emotions in that anime. You know, a lot of animes are just kind of cookie cutter, kind of happy-go-lucky theater type of emotion. This anime is one of those. It's psychological and just like does not shy away from real raw ass emotion. When you first start watching it as a kid, I'm like, oh, this is just gonna be like an anime. Like I just was introduced to anime. Like anime barely showed up in America, and this is one of my first ones. I'm gonna watch it, and it's gonna be fun. It's got like school life, school kids piloting mechs. Like what can be better and fun and more fun than that? You know, I just got finished watching like Dragon Ball Z, so I know I'm all read up on anime. I know what it's about. There's a few other animes I was watching during that time, but nothing as deep as Evangelion. So you're like taking on for like this crazy emotional roller coaster throughout the whole entire show, and it's nothing what you expect it to be from looking at it. You just think, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. No, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Not in a bad way, just trying to like, I don't know how to explain it, but my brain's also not trying to think too much about the anime as I'm trying to draw. Just, like honestly, if you came to my booth and we talked about it, I'd probably sat there and talked to you for 20-30 minutes at a time about Evangelion. Jetto confirmed. Yeah. Oh, sold. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest one here. Do you have high resolution versions of Buet? I could not find it anywhere. No. I don't upload high resolution files on the internet. That's not what I do. So what we do here? It's hot. Hot in California right now. Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. So, okay. Moving on from Evangelion. You guys know my love for Evangelion. I've painted Evangelion for you guys several times in the past. So, let's talk about the next show that I'll be doing. I'm trying to get this all done before tonight, because I need to submit this into the print shop and get it printed, made into prints by the 27th. I'm leaving for Florida, Tampa Bay Comic Con. So Tampa Bay Comic Con is my next show. Hideaki Anno would be proud. Do you have high resolution? Oh, this is the same question. Thank you so much. Yeah, Hideaki Anno, he's a freaking master. Okay, master of emotion. He was going through a lot of depression and stuff. I don't know the full details, but everybody knows that he just was not having a good time, and it reflected in the anime. It showed through. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. So we expect the hero to always just like go get it, and that's what was the frustrating part. He was just not. That's why there's that saying, "Get in the mech," because he wasn't willing to pilot. He just get in the robot. But it's not that easy. It's not that kind of anime where the hero just does things and gets things done, and then the show's over. No, it's slowly falls apart. Just you think there's some hope, and then it just falls apart, and then it repeats, and really delving into the human psychology. I think psychologically, Shinji represents a lot of humanity. We always think we're capable of the best. We always hope that we're gonna stand up against the odds and just seize the day. I don't trust him. Just win, just kill it, just get it. But he's like a 13-year-old kid thrown into like war with invading aliens and demons. It's crazy. What 13-year-old, like, I had like a nephew at like 8 years old that would just cry because he couldn't even hug my mom. Like, hug grandma. It's not everywhere, just like kids, man. It's a kid. And so I don't try to blame Shinji. I always try to put into like perspective. I always try to like, if you were really in that position, you were like, oh, I'd get it. Especially as a 13-year-old, you're always like, I'll do it. Watch me. But reality, no. You will shit your pants. If somebody try to take your bike, you shit your pants. Somebody try to steal your money, you shit your pants. Anyways, so we have a frustration with Shinji, and And I think that's what makes the story so rich. You know, it's not like a character where you're just like, oh, he just does everything and wins all the time. The struggle, you know, the conflict. That's what makes us care about it. And a story about escapism, redemption, and spirit. Now it's a bit loud. Okay, what's loud? My voice or the music? I'll turn it down here. Okay. Okay. So I just turned it down. Yeah, there's a lot of oh no. It's a cultural phenomenon, Evangelion. They've got so many things. They have like whole industry just dedicated to Evangelion. There's a whole, you know, subculture based on it. Like in Japan, like the whole city is aware. I mean, Japan, the whole country is aware of its fame or popularity, and would build a whole Shinkansen and as a train, Japanese bullet train, and decorate it with Evangelion. I mean, that's one example, but there's like college courses you can take on just trying to go and get in, like picking apart the story and the lore. Just is crazy. Which is kind of boring, but we can switch it off. But before I switch it off, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man today. We're gonna talk Spider-Man, but we're gonna link the two together, and it's gonna make sense to you in a little bit. So this stream is a little bit about storytelling, and I've not been able to tell my own stories because I'm lazy AF, but I have them, and I'm very anal when it comes to stories, good and bad. And anyways. Before we do that, yeah, I'm going to Florida, Tampa Bay Comic Con. So if you guys are in Florida, come say hi. Tampa Bay Comic Con, first one I'll be doing. And what do you guys say? You are to survive using only Evangelion merch. Yeah, you can probably survive only with Evangelion merch for sure. So like, there's the Evangelion shop at Anime Expo. Insane, man. There's just lines and lines of people outside of the thing, and they have jackets that were like, I think what, $500? Was a jacket for $500? Like official merch, Evangelion jackets, $500. Like, oh my god, track jackets and stuff, and people are buying it, you know. And you have like youngins running around in there with their moms and stuff, and like, this looks anime. This looks fun. And you have no idea. I don't think you've seen it. I don't think you know what this is about. And maybe they do, but it was just, I think it was drawing a lot of crowds because this was last year, though. I was talking about last year's AX. Man, time flies so fast. I just felt like I was at last year's AX, not this year's AX. This year's was insane, but I'll talk about that later. So there were just lines and lines and lines and lines, and you have to like wait in line. So I think that's what really drew a lot of people in. So if you haven't heard about it or seen it, the lines alone will just like make you so curious. Why is everybody drawn to this? Crazy, yeah, 100% Eva drip. Yup. Legionary Nation, right. That's right. And it was some nice drip too. Some very, very nice drip. It was dripping all over. I wish I could have got one of those. I wish I got the Shinji jacket. So cool. But we just got like acrylic sands with the pictures and just buy something. And I'm pretty sure we spent like $60 to $70 on just that, and maybe a gift, a shirt for our friend. Just like 2 or 3 acrylic, maybe 3 or 4 acrylics, and then a shirt. You know, and that's merch. You're like, ooh, I'll drop money on Ava. I'm just compelled to, you know. It's like, it has my soul. But anyways, that's Evangelion. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? I said I would connect it to Spider-Man in a way. Hey, Jeff Anime. Drink some water. What's up, guys? What's up, Jeff? Welcome. Welcome. So I've been painting this for like a week or two, and it's just coming along really slowly. But it's a little violent. So I mean, I try to. Oh yeah, let's talk about the thinking behind it. So I try to capture the idea behind the character. So in the anime, the later portions of the movies, spoilers ahead. I mean, not big spoilers. It's just I'm just describing the characters, like characters' attire, characters' aesthetics. So she has an eye patch for various reasons. They never show it, like, you know, what happens or how she got it, or did they? And maybe they did. I just don't remember, because there's like a 3-part movie thing, 4-part movie. I think it's 4 parts, yeah. And I try to like combine that sense of like peace and beauty, but then at the same time you have that trauma going on at the same time. It's kind of the reoccurring theme in Evangelion. It's just trauma, peace, glimpses of peace. I have to scroll down to my old first to really get to my very first illustration for my first anime expo was Asuka Langley. One of my very first, and I still hold on to it. But I wanted to retire. I want to retire all 3 characters. That's the main reason why what I'm doing. That's the main reason why I'm doing all these new Evangelion pieces. And I still want to do just more and more, like, on top of it, like. And my plan was to try to keep them like loosely tied to Evangelion, not like literal, like where they would be variations. So I did Rei in like a alternate outfit, but it's still Rei. I call her 88 because the idea is like what happens after Evangelion, when everything goes back to normal and it's like years ahead and there's just clones everywhere. Well, that's like number 88. 88, by the way, is if you're Chinese or Mandarin speaking, there's a meaning behind that too. So I chose 88. So I wanted to put some lining up all these stuff, making it look more graphic, you know, with combinations of painterly mixed with graphic style here and there. So more loosely tied to it. So, but for Rei, I mean for Asuka, I'm like, she's not really a clone, so I don't know. I just got pulled back in. Like, I'm making it more literal. Yeah, more literal. That's what I'm trying to say. Pieces. You know what? One of my favorite artists. Ray_17 is actually a big inspiration for this piece as well. Her piece is just incredibly beautiful, and she did it 6 or 7 years ago, and I still have that print. I want to hang it up, but yeah, I just looked at it the other day, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of what in my head, because I actually started this before I looked at it again, but I started this, and then I found the poster rolled up, and I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of like in the back of my head, you know, like it's that reoccurring thing where, yeah. Anyways, I want to pull it up, but it's gonna be a little tricky, a little while, take a while to find the one I'm talking about. But it's all of the characters, main characters of Evangelion, the 3 characters, Rei, Shinji, and Asuka, have the heads of their mech, like Ava's, on their heads. So imagine the Ava head here, and then the bottom portion is like their bodies being mutilated in some way. It's kind of crazy looking. So I was like, yeah, it's really cool. And so yeah. Oh. the hair, yeah. So I'm just really breaking apart the hair. I've been doing that a lot more often. I mean, you can see my progression in styles and techniques. So like, sometimes I'll go really blocky. Like if you see like my old Ray, it starts off like this. And this is my old. I like this style too. It's like a few, you know, each strand is like a strand. Each block. It's like a ribbon, a long strand of ribbon. So it's more graphic, more stylized. So this is kind of a photo study of a random picture I found. So this is like 2 years ago. Breaking hair strip. Sometimes I do some graphic style like this. And going back to the Ray again like this. But yeah, just breaking up bigger shapes and bigger shapes, you know, starting blocking it up, and so like going quite crazy. Like you said, it's going more and more in that direction. So this is my Lucy. This is my Makima, more simplified shapes. This is where I started going a little crazy. So Rani, I was like, it's a witch. I just went crazy from there, and then I did Yang, a little more blocky. Yeah. This is my OC, my very first OC. And so yeah, I'm gonna walk you guys a little bit through the hairs. The hair. I don't want to make this too much of a tutorial type of thing, but let me show you some of the process for breaking down the hair. Some of the process. Jeez, my voice is like 很累，我的声音很累。My voice is tired. It's weird. I guess that's what happens when you don't talk for a whole day. But I didn't feel like my voice was like this until I started talking on stream. That's all like crackly. What is wrong with this blocking of hair? Yeah, the hair, the base layer, blocking in some tones. We're revealing to you guys some secrets. Oh, by the way, I'll talk about the presentation. So I did Anime Expo and I had a panel, and we had some technical difficulties. The driver for my Wacom pad was not installed onto my laptop, so I brought my laptop, and it's a new laptop. So I installed a new version of Clip Studio Paint. I got my files and everything ready. I was like, yeah, let's go. We hook it up, and the driver wasn't hooked up. But it didn't matter anyway because I wouldn't have any time to draw at all for the presentation. So I just broke down the layers as I'm doing for you right now, which I don't really do for you guys. But some ambient occlusion shadows, and that's where the money is, and then some light. Yeah. So now I'm just going in and testing out what colors I can use for darker values. What is this? What? Ah, okay. Let's go. Yoshi, thank you. Now looking at this makes me think a bunch of AI users used your art in making. I don't look at it that way. Honestly, I really don't look at it that way. AI, it's not like it's pulling from one artist. I mean, I guess you can limit the sources, and that's when it gets really annoying. It's when like they I know they really I didn't look into it in depth, but I know Sam does art, got his style like really copied, and so did like Kim Jong-gi and a lot of other artists. But look, AI is like it pulls from reality, like every photo that was posted on the internet, so it understands light and shadow and shape like like it interprets it. And then for style, it's just a mix of everything. And then, it's just an amalgamation of it's just a freaking reality, And yeah, I've looked at several AI pieces and like just stunned. And my take is like I look at AI as like another great artist. Like it's the artist. It's godlike because it's the eyes of reality. It's everything. It sees everything. So don't let it discourage you from drawing, because when you were born, there was always an amazing artist ahead of you. That didn't stop you from drawing as a kid. It may limit the amount of work you can, or change the type of works that's available today, but for me, it's a teacher, it's competition, and it's also a tool. So you can use, you can use, look at it all those different ways, and yeah. So like which piece was it for my for every piece that I've ever done, it's just a pick and pulling the things that you love and what you like about another artist, so I'll see like a few examples here and there of pieces, and pick a pull, like for example, my Shiru no, I had an example where I liked the way they were doing eyes. I know, but this is typically how I draw eyes too. But I like the way I draw my own eyes too. But some ways of rendering, I'm like, wow, that's incredible. But yeah, so don't be discouraged. Yeah, I don't know. That's my take on it. But no, when AI came out, damn, there's a heart that blocks your conversation. Okay. It's sensitive to explain that AI understands flow accuracy. Flow accuracy? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah. Dang it. I'm just nitpicking at this thing now. I gotta isolate things and work on one at one at a time, so I don't get so lost. Yeah. Zero Frost. True, the algorithm doesn't even know what its outputs. I know what. Anything it can just replicate styles that were fit to it. No one AI comes out. Well, can it replicate my style? I mean, I have a range of styles. That's what I'm. So it's like, what do you call me? Like, so like I haven't seen anything that resembles my stuff. I don't think. I don't really look into it too much. But like, if you look at this, and then you look at this, and like almost. Sometimes it feels, maybe the character feel looks the same, but the rendering is different. I always approach a painting like differently every 2 times. This is a very graphic style, 2D style. So so in a sense, we're just like AI. We're picking and pulling. Well, it depends on who you are, because some people have a comfort spot and they just stick to that style. And it's just hit it like copy and repeat, copy paste repeat. You're just comfortable with a flow, which I used to be too. Kinda. I don't know. I don't think I ever was, but I know for a fact that I've come across so many different approaches that I'm just, oh my god, this is golden. I need to stick with this one. This is gonna save my life. I'm gonna do this forever. And I change it and destroy myself. Like this was done monochromatically. I did that, and I colored, color curved it. And this one was so fast. Just clean lined everything. Flats, straightforward. Another color curve. Yeah. So it just depends on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I just like to. I just like to explore. Like this was based off. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the RDJ. I was blown away by this person who was like in love with Robert Downey Jr. and they're like Chinese. But I'm just like, I'm just like looking at how they approach different rendering techniques, how they do eyes and stuff, and learn from them. So yeah, picking and pulling. That's what I do. That's what I do. Yeah. You can train one on to copy anything. You can train one to copy any style, like any kind of rendering. I see. Well, that don't impress me much. Just like focus on yourself, kind of deal. It's like, man, I'm in a fortunate position. I understand this. To be like, I call it a social artist. I'm able to draw fan art and go out, meet you guys, sell art, and be okay. I have friends that I know who are working in the industry who have facing losing their job. Like they're a good chunk of this. The art industry has been decapitated, neutered. I don't know what's a good term for it, but it's pretty bad. And yeah, I'm lucky. I mean, as an art enthusiast, practitioner, art will always be there, and you shouldn't give up. And here's the thing: we don't know what's available for humans, because I think humans are we're always coming up with something. Something is always coming up that we cannot predict. So we invent new ways to apply our own. It seems like the end of the world. It really does. I was sitting there depressed for for a good 2 weeks. Like, huh? Oops. Yeah. Then I wrapped my head around it and said, you know what? It's can't just keep going. Keep going. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like I said, I mean, great arts are always going to be there. And as kids, we want to just draw for the sake of drawing. We're not concerned of how well or how masterful concept artists were. I just want to draw anime. I just want to draw Dragon Ball Z eyeballs. I just want to draw Elf Girl, Rurouni Kenshin. That's what I was copying some Rurouni Kenshin growing up. And Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon. I started doing my own stuff at a very young age, but I wish I stuck with just doing copies. I really was like, I'm ready to fly at like age 12. Once I was like, okay, this is how you draw eyes. Let's just keep drawing eyes the way I do it. But and I stopped absorbing new material not until like the late 20s. I started going back in, and this goes back to studying different approaches. I started to rediscover my appreciation and love for learning different approaches and styles. It faded away because I was like, oh, I got this. I don't need to learn anything because I know how to draw. And this was like 2013, 14. And then I was just like, let's try daily sketches. And the daily sketches really opened my eyes like, wow, because I'm doing things every single day, I became curious. Like, what if we just try to speed it up by doing it this way or that way? Just experimenting. And then learning so many things. And I was like doing like One Punch Man push-ups at that point. And so now I can do 200 push-ups every day. Well, not every day anymore. I used to do every day for like a year. And I was like, this is not sustainable, or this thing's way off center back. The way you render the color is unique. Thank you. Zero, I gave up on improving. AI is good enough, and it can do work way cheaper than me. And if I got real good, it would just copy me. Okay. That's fine too. That's up to you, man. Don't, what I mean? Some people just enjoy drawing for the sake of drawing. Like it's like think it was Stan Procopinko in an interview about his AI conversation. He said, I don't know which one it was who said it, but AI is not just because it's okay. Art is like a way. It's a way to communicate. You're communicating thoughts and ideas through illustration and pictures. Just because a computer can communicate doesn't mean you should stop speaking. You should still exercise your ability to speak. And it's satisfying to know that you're able to execute what I think is most tragic and sad is that, I mean, this is insane. It's like some Twilight Zone stuff, like Black Mirror stuff. It's just some sci-fi movie. We're in sci-fi mode right now. To the generation that didn't have AI and now does, this is sci-fi. But people who will be born with it will experience a reality where they will compare your art to AI and not be as, I assume, not be as impressed by just how incredible your ability is, because if they're saturated with the god tier level art already, then it's like, what is there really to be impressed by other than being able to be human and doing it yourself? You know, it's like, wow, you're human. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe the kids will grow up feeling actually more impressed that you're not a robot and you're doing, like, wait a second, you mean you can do this by hand? We thought only AI can do that. So that's another way. But I'm pretty sure it'll just be a blend of things, crossover. It's not like one way or another, but it's just, yeah, just a thought of it. I'm all over the place with these layers. Gosh, starting to adjust this shape here. Yeah. It's being that person. I can't support edit art. I understand it can be used as a tool for some, but people generally are just making no edits and throwing it up on and calling. Yeah, it irks. It irks. Oh, a ton. There was some crazy incident that happened during. I didn't want to have this conversation about AI. I really don't, but damn, it's so relevant. I mean, it just comes up, and there's a person that was actually discovered at San Diego Comic Con. It was actually escorted out, which is like an artist who was actually very well established and actually worked really hard, and also very, very true and honest work, who does like a lot of traditional stuff. Like, wow, this is great stuff. And you can see the stark difference at what they were selling on the floor. It wasn't even stuff that they were sharing on their own feed. I hate to bring this up, but it's just like, now it's like pitchforking. You know, how do you prove yourself? How do you, so the person was being blasted on social media, and oof. Anyways, it's just, it's a different time now. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let's render together. Let's get off this subject and let's talk about. Okay, let's talk about Spider-Man. So that's more interesting to me. Is it all of them? All right, so how many of you guys seen Spider-Man? This is gonna be a huge spoiler, by the way. Spoiler to the max. I mean, the max. I mean, I'm just gonna break down the story completely. And so, sorry, mute this portion. Listen to some music or something from this point on, or I'll just tell you when spoilers will officially start. But Let me know what you guys think about Spider-Man, the new one and the old one. First of all, I'll just jump right into it. I mean, while you guys are answering that question, actually, let's get some more flow happening with this drawing first before I talk about it, because I'm really adamant about it after doing some thinking. But the song's called "Paint Him in 3D." Ah, loved it, Jeff Anime. Ah, that's great. That's good. That's good. Let's talk about it. Amazing. Anybody else? Let me know. Let me know before I chop your head off with my critique. I'm known to be a little anal when it comes to stories. I mean, I just like what I like, and I know what I like, and actually I don't know what I like until I actually think about what happened and why. But yeah, I remember going to the movie with really high expectations, because I'll tell like a few examples. Okay, one friend was like going out, like, I just came from the cinema, it's incredible, and they're like messaging me, you gotta go see it, it's for you. I was like, really? Okay. Another person that I met on a how does like a social app that you learn Chinese with actual people in China and foreigners and stuff. They're like meeting random people, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm an artist." Not me, the other person. The other person's an artist. She's young, and she's like, "I'm doing these commissions for people." And she's already done like 60 of them. Basically, she is spiderifying everybody, making them like Spider-Verse looking. So giving them like taking a real photo and adding like paint over on half of their body, giving them like spider suit with like cool, like funky spider vibes, comic vibes around it. This is a person in China, and they did 60, and they were charging $2 for each one. I was like, what? This is crazy. And she was good too. She was really good. I was like, damn. See, we have it pretty good in America. That's pretty good. I mean that $2 not good. What I'm saying, what we have here is pretty damn good. Take a lot of stuff for granted for how good we have it. But anyways, that's another story. I was just like, yeah, this must be incredible. And then like another person, they're like the same app, and they're like, I love the music. I'm just vibing to the music. I'm just listening to the music. I love Spider-Man music. It's great. Great. Close friends are like, yeah, you gotta watch it. It's amazing. I'm building up this story. I haven't even seen any Tom Holland films too. I haven't seen any. I've only seen the first one, with Tobey Maguire. And I didn't finish it either. But I love Spider-Man as a concept. I love Spider-Man himself. I do. I really do. Saw it. Jeff the Anime saw it. I didn't, but I don't care about the spoilers. Oh, okay, Zero Frost, great. That's good to hear. I'm stickler for spoilers. Don't spoil anything. I get so pissed off. I get so mad. Like, what's the point of watching it? I love a good like surprise. You know, I love to be completely fresh eyes to something and concepts, because like I will avoid all trailers like it was a plague. Let's not use that analogy. Like it was cooties. Yeah, like it was cooties. I was just like, nope, don't show me. I'll watch, like, if I want to watch something, and it's like, you know, something that it already seems appealing enough, even if I don't even know what it is, just a new name or something, I'm like, oh, that's a movie, that's a thing, turn it off. I'll watch like 5 seconds, turn it off. I got the feel good. It feels good, don't it? Donut feels good. That's a brand for donuts. Don't steal it. Jeff Anime, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, you've seen it already, so you're safe. You're safe with us. You're safe. Okay, so for me, I didn't like it that much. And walking away from the movies, I didn't really know why. I didn't really care, because I was like, I don't want to be that guy who's over critiquing and stuff. But for me, it's like, man, I have a reason why, and so I started thinking about it because I had conversations later with someone else who didn't like it. I was like really surprised. I was really surprised, and this person's they're also not English speaking. Well, they are very English speaking. They're from China though, so they're speaking. I'm starting to learn a little bit of Chinese. I'm hanging out with a lot of the Chinese community on VR chat, and that's kind of like my pastime thing that I do. So I'm meeting Chinese people in there, and talking, and this person explained to me what their first gripe was about the show, and I was like, you know what? That's so effing true, and I'm gonna start breaking down this thing a lot more and see what the hell bothers me. So she said it just didn't make any sense, and it felt weird that her Spider-Gwen's here we go, spoiler, Spider-Gwen's dad would keep her gun up at his daughter. He's like, it's like no dad would do that. I mean, unless they're they hate their daughter. But this is a loving family. Why would you keep your gun drawn because you have to uphold the law or whatever it is? Someone I know very close to my heart was playing devil's advocate, and also not just devil's advocate, but actually throwing out their reasoning and counterpoints. So they're just saying, oh, maybe he's just an ACAB, and I'm like, I'm not about that. That's so dumb. But it's possible. It portrays an ACAB. I won't get into details of what that is, but it gets political, and yeah, maybe he's just a cop who's just like cop through and through, and just needs to do that. But in reality, come on, like you love your daughter, you love your family. You're not gonna keep your gun drawn at your daughter. That's dumb. That's dumb. The first thing that you would come to mind would be the first thing that would come to mind is that your daughter's Spider-Man. That's number one. Spider-Gwen. Number two, it's your daughter. Oh no, number one is your daughter. The number two is Spider-Gwen. Yeah. Those are the shocking factors. You kind of be like, you like a loss for words. You'd stumble back. You'd be like, what the hell? Not keep your gun drawn. So I was like, and my friend put it so succinctly. It's like, number one was about character. Number two was about push by story. They have a narrative to push. They have a plot, a story they need to go with, and they need the characters to play out these roles at all costs, even if it doesn't make any sense, even if we don't relate with those type of actions. And that's when a story struggles, is when you start sacrificing the character just to keep the story moving forward. So I won't tell you, Sandman. I won't tell you. How about this? I'll just say this. ACAB. All cops are bad word. And there's a I mean, I don't know where people's opinion falls on that, but it's just, I don't vibe with it, that kind of sentiment. But anyways, my best friend is actually a cop too, so just graduated, so that hits home. And so anyways, the whole idea of like, you have your daughter supposedly murdering somebody at the school, and you don't dive deeper, you don't question it. You just jump to conclusions, and you know what I mean? And it's just not how things work in reality. This kid transformed into the crocodile dude. She was defending herself. Yes, it had to be done. That's what happened. It was brushed over so fast. It was just like, we need this plot for future reasons. So that was already like the red flag in the beginning. So I go to sleep when stuff like that happens. I'm like, it's boring. I'm done with this. My brain's like shutting off. But I don't know why. Just gonna sit around. It's pretty. It was like, well, it's pretty. It's pretty. I'll sit because it's pretty. But even sometimes when it's even when it's pretty, it's not enough. It's like, pretty's not enough for me. Like, for me, I'm a story junkie. I'm so hard and critical on story. So let's talk about the aesthetics. The first character boss that they had to deal with was that Da Vinci styled Vulture guy. So first of all, he just gets lost. As an artist, you guys are art people, right? You guys, I mean, people who are working on this are like the top of their game. They're not amateurs. They're like the best. And one of the first things you need to understand is readability. I was lost the whole effing time. Like, what the fuck's going on? And to Devil's Advocate is they're trying to go for that abstract Da Vinci style with its like loose paper rough style. Like I get that. You can still have a cake and eat it too. You can use that style, but where are the silhouettes? Where are the keyframes? The scene, the keyframes and the scene beats, that the beats of each moment of the animation to really sell what's happening, because it's all forgettable when it's just so messy. I know they were doing like a baroque Picasso style mix in there, and there's just a lot of dynamic animation happening. But it's like in music, and the whole animation is just like, it's just a high tempo of action. It's just so erratic and crazy and dynamic that I'm asleep the whole time, because things are special. The reason why we find things special because it's scarce and rare, not because it's abundant and frequent and redundant. That's just human psychology. So if it's happening so frequently, like, what makes it special? So the whole entire that's the aesthetic part of it. The animation part of it was just like, in music and paintings and art, you gotta always have, like, you know, ups, highs and lows, and it was high the whole time, and I can't remember many of the animation. Well, I couldn't even see what was happening. So that's a huge gripe for me. I mean, yeah, too heavy subject for some silly Spider-Man animation. Yeah, exactly. Did they have the Spider-Man meme in this film? Oh no, that's way worse. I like how they call them bosses. I like how I call them bosses. Yeah, I call them bosses. Parents will throw their children under the train. It's much worse. Okay. Anyways, the the whole thing with the whole crazy animation was just like, especially for the first boss, Vulture guy. That's where you lose me, because it's so messy. It's hard to follow the animation. Like I'm already very scatterbrained, so I can follow it, but even for me, it's like I don't care for it, and I see what's happening, but it's like you lost me, because if you watch old classic Chinese kung fu films, there's a very consistent, like not consistent, very clear and direct way about moving and choreographing the fight scenes, so that each attack and movement is readable, clear, and easy to understand, and has an impact, and is very impactful. Each motion isn't done for just for effect, you know. So so you'll see, like, I forget who, like Michael Bay. I forget. There's a good breakdown on like choreography, but basically you'll see like Western fight scenes. Nothing wrong with Western. I mean, Western movies or anything like that. It's just saying, like, there was a time where they would do fight scenes where they would, like, shaky camera. It's like you don't know what to do, so just shake the camera and just have them fight. That's how it felt. Shake camera, fight. But like, for example, you know, the Matrix, when there's like that gunfight and then the bullets are flying, he lays back really slowly, and you know, there's moments like that where it's memorable. Yeah, so that was my gripe in terms of just design-wise, it was just moving too fast, not really paying attention to just like pacing and timing, and that right there is another point down. I lose interest because of how messy it is. Like give it some space. Give it some space. Slow it down and save the finale. Save the most dynamic parts for the finale, not every single scene. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna be bored. John Wick had some really good. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I've heard great things about that, and I have faith in that too. I see there were no cooldowns for anyone to judge us what just happened. See, I mean, yeah, too heavy. They had it on a spot Spider-Man meme. It's a badly drawn Spider-Man. So, that's the gripe number 2. So, okay, number 3. This is the biggest one, and that is, I have a problem when there's a character that is just trying to save the day, and kind of like it's just so righteous, and that he has no flaws. I mean, Miles Morales does have flaws. They do portray that, like he's not there for his family and stuff. But what I'm saying, he's just kind of like that generic protagonist that's just trying to save the day, and change things for the best, and everybody's trying to stop him. How many times have we seen that? How many times have we heard of that? And so this is where it comes back to that whole Evangelion, and why Evangelion's so gripping. It's because we're like, get in the robot, Shinji. We're pissed off at him, and we love to be pissed off at the character. It gives us a reason to care. So I'm like, Shinji was the kind of character you love to hate. You hope that he would eventually change, kind of like an anti-hero. So I was like, let's back it up a little bit. So Miguel del Toro, he was the breaking point for me when I was thinking about why I don't like the show too much. I give like a C minus. Yeah, it's pretty low. I gave it like a C plus until I kept thinking more about it. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a C. So there's this spider universe that has this headquarters full of cross-dimensional Spider-Mans from different dimensions, and they're on like a gigantic headquarters filled with them, and they're all there. And Miguel is the leader, the chief of that whole entire operation. And my biggest problem is when he did the whole, like, I guess anti-hero thing where he's blaming Miles for everything and saying stupid, like, immature things like you would hear a freaking 5th grader would say, and a bully, like a bully. He sounded more like a bully than a leader. You know, somebody who runs the whole entire organization. He said to Miles, "You were never supposed to be here. You weren't ever supposed to be Batman. I mean, Spider-Man. You were never supposed to be Spider-Man." I was just like, that's, how many times did you hear that? You were never supposed to be the thing that you are right now. Like, I just go to sleep. It's like every cliche ass trope. This is done so many times. So I said, you know, what if I walked away, just like hypothetically, if I could rewrite it, what if I could just walk away and not hate Miles, but just feel really disappointed at him and frustrated with him, instead of just being like, he got it, he can do it, I believe in him. Because it's boring to just cheer on the leader. I want to actually feel some sort of animosity towards him, where I'm like, dude, he fucked up. He needs to get his stuff together. Now that would change things up, wouldn't it? It would make it a little different. So I started thinking, how can we change things up? Already we have the asshole Miguel guy go around saying stupid shit like, "You weren't even supposed to be here," you know. So boring, God. And then the whole other thing was the if you change one little thing, then you change the fabrics of reality as we know it. Everything changes because of that, or a good chunk of it changes. Like, oh my God, am I supposed to be shaking? Am I supposed to be worried right now? Am I supposed to be worried for the sake of the reality holding everything together as canon because of this? All right, so canon itself is already a meme, and everybody knows that. And that's what they're portraying the whole canon thing on. And I love the canon idea, and I love the canon plot and theme. I love to introduce that. I think that's a great idea, but the execution was like, they could have done something different. They could have done something different with it. So canon is basically when you don't. Canon is something that follows the source material accurately and completely 100%. So when there's a whole community of people, collectors and fanatics who will die for the sake of things following story, plot, original source material to the T. So if you don't have like a figurine with the correct placement of the eye patch, which I actually have the wrong placement, by the way. So yeah, it should be on the right side, but I don't care. I want it the 1, 2. It's gonna be whatever, you know. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It looks better that way, and I did the hair that way already. I was like, too late. It's not canon, or how the community would normally say it. That's not canon. that's what they're saying. So in the Spider-Man, canon represents a people or a theme or a meme that things should follow stories exactly to the original story plot. And so in Spider-Verse, canon is the integral point of the story that happens in every Spider-Man world, and you cannot change it. So hence, canon. You must not change canon. You must keep it canon. So that idea is like, it's from comic book culture. And I already had a gripe. Okay, I was gonna say I love Spider-Man. I do. It's a great story, and I think I'm pretty sure every single one of them are freaking amazing. They're just done really well. The problem that I have it with is the idea of just rehashing the same thing over and over. You know, rehashing, and it's just rehashing things a million times for like 100 years. I don't know how old Spider-Man is, but it's just rehashed a billion times, and they're just gonna keep doing it. And then instead of, and you know, they double down, triple down, and instead of like actually changing directions, they're like, you know what if we just rehashed it with alternate universes and say we're doing something original, but we're using the same thing 4 times down, quadruple. This universe is just variations of the same idea and plot and theme. Let's just revolve the whole story about rehashing things. Let's just do that, and then base it on canon, and things shouldn't change. That's the premise. That's where they got together. And we're like, let's just take that idea of rehashing things and making that the revolving concept of the main concept of the animation of story. Like, it's genius. No, it's not. Fucking lazy. It's still fucking lazy. Okay. Anyways, do it, Spider-Man. Do it, Spider-Man. I love the first one, by the way. Man, A+. Best freaking Marvel film I've seen. Loved it. Because I'll just say it straight up. It was about character development than it was. Anyways, so canon. That's what happens. You cannot change the fate of these spider people. If you do, it's gonna destroy everything. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god. Okay, so my problem is like, so Miles comes in, he seeks to change things to, because he's human. He doesn't want bad things to happen. He's also a superhero, so he wants to help, and he can change things. So he's gonna use his powers to try to change things. That's what heroes do. All right. So he knows something's going to happen. Shall I say it? Spoilers. Canon no longer exists in multiverse settings, though. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So he's gonna run around and try to change things, and everybody's like, "No, you mustn't do it because I tried it once, and everything went to shit. So I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen again." And that's Miguel's position in this story. That's how it was written in this story. And the whole entire headquarters of the multiverse was built in order to prevent canon from ever changing. I get it. So Spider-Man comes in. I mean, Miles comes in and saves Indian police. And I always thought it was weird. Gwen was like, "Don't do it. Don't go and save the person you should be saving because you shouldn't, even though we're all superheroes." And I was like, "This is so weird. Why would she be doing this?" And I already felt that that was a stupid comment, and it makes sense later. Because she knows this has the potential to alter or will alter the canon. It's gonna alter the canon. We're not supposed to do that, but you're fucking heroes. Yeah, this is supposed to be fate. This is destiny. You just need to let it take its course. Otherwise, it's gonna destroy everything. So don't do it. Watch the person die and let them go through the process of becoming more stronger. You know, that's to the story. Is you go through the trauma and you overcome it and you become a better person. And I like that idea. But the whole idea that they were all in it and on it was just so unrealistic. It's just like, and a thing that also was also very like, was Miles being the only one in this whole universe. Like, there's hundreds of thousands, infinite. I mean, it's a multiverse. There's infinite realities, and Miles is the only one that feels this way, and he's compelled to try to change it. And it's not like this is a daily occurrence. There should be like at least 100 of these events happening every day. So there's another one trying to go save trying to change things. I think they mentioned that, where they're like, "Oh, somebody's tried it and it doesn't work," blah blah blah. But yeah, it's like everybody's in on it. Everybody's signed up and everybody's agreed to not let it happen again. It's just like, but that's not what heroes do. They're gonna feel like they want to do it, and it should be a very normal thing. Like, Miles is not original. No one cares about spoilers. Say it, Jet. I said it. So Miles' dad is going to be chief, and they said once Spider-Man's dad becomes chief, that's when he will have to die as part of the canon. So Miles hears about this and he's like, "God, I gotta change this. I need to go back and save his life." I'm like, yeah, that's what anybody would do. So I was like, for me, I just want to reverse everything, and I think that would help the story a lot more. So let's just get right into it. Let's get to the meat of this. What am I trying to get at? If it were up to me, everything would be in reverse. So picture this, okay? Picture this for hypothetically for a second, all right? If was this how the story was written? So we keep the canon part, but the part about it changing the fabrics of reality, no. Maybe it does, but we don't really know or care about that yet. We don't care about that yet. Okay, so because I say this, is what if Miguel del Toro, or whatever his name was, is the guy who comes in and he's like, "Hey, I was able to change reality, and oops, wrong layer, talking too much." So Miguel, he was able to change reality, and he feels guilty about it, and his life goal, his sole purpose, is to now try to save and help other Spider-Mans to help their help their family members, or prevent future events from happening, future deaths from happening. That's how I would see it. Because why? Because that's naturally how humans would react. We don't just let things happen because canon justifies it. No, you want to change it, or the fabrics of reality will be destroyed. No, that doesn't matter either. Just, you love somebody, you're gonna do your whatever it takes to try to save their lives, and that's what Miles does in what's written, and which makes sense, right? So why is he the exception? It should be more common for 100 of these, a billion of these Spider-Man to be doing this instead. It would be the uncommon thing for you not want to save your family. So I would say they're trying to do this thing, this noble cause, to try to save every person who's going to see their destiny, who's going to die for whatever reason. So they would run around the world and dimensions, cross traveling, like in Men in Black, or time travelers. They would go around trying to save family members, but here's the part: they can't change destiny because they're always too late. They'd get there and like, oh, we were just too late. It happens. It's traumatic. Sorry, you had to lose one. We tried to help you. We're from another dimension. We got to move on. Okay, here's another sector, this part of the dimension. Let's go quickly. Let's make it happen. And they get there, but it's just always too late, because that's what destiny is. It's like, you know what? No matter what you try to do, it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You can't change it. Now, this is where I would throw in. Miles comes in. He goes and saves Indian Dad, just like the movie did, and everybody's shocked. And they were trying to get to the Indian Dad, but actually, maybe they weren't. Maybe they were oblivious that it was going to happen, and Miles was able to do it. And like, they're all stunned. How did you do that? How were you able to accomplish what we've all been trying to do this whole entire time? You were able to do it. Miguel can be jealous or whatever. He's like, oh my God, you did it, man. We need your help. You're incredible. You're the one. You're the chosen one. You did it. Amazing. We can get things done now. We can actually help change the fate of things from happening. We can save the future, and And Miles is like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't think we should. I don't think we should be playing with destiny like that. If this is what's supposed to happen, it should happen. And then he takes on the role. It's reversed now. Okay, he takes on the role of virtue, and he's like, if you go through this trauma, that's what makes you into a strong person. And he truly believes in that. You shouldn't change it, because that's what creates character. You go through the pain and you overcome it, and that's what makes Spider-Man so strong. And he holds that position instead. But I don't even think they really didn't make that point clear why you shouldn't change canon. They said you shouldn't change canon because it'll destroy reality. No, I just keep it simple. You don't want to change it because it's gonna make you a weaker person in the end. It's gonna make Spider-Man a weaker person. So Miles takes on that position, and everybody's like, "What? Huh? You mean Miguel did change his kind of event, and it ended up with reality getting destroyed? With that reality, yeah, exactly. So it ended up with catastrophe. Yeah, I know that cataclysm. So that's what I'm trying to say is he changes it, but he feels guilty in that he was the only one to have it. I missed that part of the detail. Sorry. So Miguel changes his reality, but instead of wanting to prevent the futures from changing, he saves his family, feels guilty about it, meets other Spider-Man, and says, I'm trying to help you as well. But they keep losing their family members. And then he's like feeling really bad because he's the only one that was able to achieve it. And, it's just like you're beating yourself up because you've escaped your fate. And you feel you should pay retribution or to try to help others. Not prevent, not continue and let other families die. It just doesn't make any sense. This is not how. I don't care. If I love someone in my life, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to try to help them, save them. That's just most natural human response. Hopefully. So, yeah. He takes on that position where he's like, yeah, I'm going to try to save these things, but in my version, hypothetically, he's trying and it always fails, and they're just like, well, we tried our best, but what we'll do is we'll up the ante. We'll try to create new technologies. We'll do all kinds of things in order to save. Because there was a lot of like sci-fi tech happening in this one. Portal jumping, and all this stuff. It's like, man, it's going all over the place. So yeah, they're just trying their best to try to save families, but they just keep failing. Miles comes in, actually saves it, and he doesn't want to do it because he has his ideals and his own beliefs, and principles, and virtues that he's It's like, actually, I don't want that. I want to keep it the way it is. I know it's hard, but I learned that that's how fate is. I shouldn't try to change it. And they're all mad at him, like, what? They're actually extra mad because, like, you know what? We lost somebody. We know how it feels. How could you just pass up the opportunity? You have the power to save. You're a hero. Why aren't you using your powers? You have what it takes. You're the chosen one. How dare you use that to, you're selfish. You'd rather uphold canon than to save family. That doesn't make any sense, Miles. That's what they would say. And like, you're crazy. And hopefully the audience who's watching the movie would also feel the same way. So this is where the animosity or frustration comes in. So we're like, damn it, you don't do anything about it, Miles. You can do it now. You can save him, but you're not doing anything about it. You're just pissed off. So you're walking away like, what the hell is wrong with? He doesn't do his thing. He doesn't do his thing. He needs to do it. Not this cliche. Oh, I can change it. I can do it. I can. And then everybody just roots. Yeah, you can do it, Spider-Man. We all root for you because you're Spider-Man and you can save everything. You can do it, Spider-Man. That's what you're supposed to do. So we're supposed to root for you. No. He's like, no. I'm gonna be. You know what? I don't want to. I don't want this job. I don't want to go. I don't want to. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm straight. And that is how I would see an original story taking place. Like, this more original, and it would also make more sense. So everybody is following like a normal beat of the drum, but Miles comes in. He's like, takes a different position, the one you don't expect. It's one where he's like, I don't want to do it, and everybody's like, what? Huh? What the fuck? It wasn't a Spider-Man Miguel that he was watching. He escaped his fate for a bit. His family still ended up dead with bunch of other people. That was a completely different. Does Spider-Man smoke weed? I don't know, man. Spider-Man smoke weed? I don't know, man. Gosh. Okay. Let's get up here. Let's get up here real quick. Let's get some. Am I making sense with you guys? I mean, you guys feel free to just, disagree with me and just be like, no, it's perfect the way it is because you like it. You're entitled to your own opinions. I just kept seeing the same concepts over and over. Like, you change reality, you change everything. Don't mess with it. I've heard that like a billion times. And if maybe you're 4 years old, it's your first time because it's your first movie you've ever seen in your life. But I'm like, I've seen it before. Tell me something different. Tell me something new. So I just reversed everything. Like, keep the story. I didn't write the story. It's a good story. I just wanted to see things in reverse. And I want to feel a little bit of like frustration towards the hero, more frustration than the way we would feel more like, oh, he's so pure, he can do no wrong, he can just go get him, Tiger, do it. You could do it. You can do anything. You're Spider-Man. So yeah, he takes position on. I don't want to use my powers, and then here's why I throw in a whole new like chunk of cool stuff you can have with this. So because of that, there's a lot of animosity. So a small subgroup of Spider-Men who are like take it upon themselves to actually try to harm Spider-Man. Now these are where the Spider-Man villains come in. Spider-Man villains here come in. So a new cast of them. You could design all kinds of them from the Spider-Verse. They want to beat his ass because they're like, you know what? I'm done with this Miles kid. I lost somebody. He has a potential to save, and he's being dumb right now. Let's gather up some friends and beat his ass. So they rile together, and this is where you have the whole group of new Spider villains going in there chasing him out of the dimension, and this will connect to the next chapter. But that's what gives them a way to like justify his escape. He's not escaping to go save his dad. He's escaping from these guys who hold a grudge against him. And so, yeah, they're just like, they're not all pure, happy, loving spider people. They're people, okay? They're people first. They're all people first. And so they're flawed too, you know? And so they have these cast of villain Spider-Man come out. Let's go beat his ass. You get all kinds of cool fight scenes in there, where Miles is handling him and at the same time not handling him, getting his ass whooped, hard. Because you gotta see that. You gotta see, because he didn't get whooped at all. He was just like dodging everything the whole time, just dodging everything. Like, so there's no consequence at all, huh? There's just no consequence. He's just Spider-Man. He just flings around, falls out of buildings, and just shoot webs and just swing around. That's all he does all day. Why am I watching this? Let me see him fall and actually, oh my God, actually he can get hurt. You mean I have to worry a little bit? I have to be concerned about his life a little bit? Oh, okay. So that would give him a good chance for that. You have a whole new host of villains this way, and that's more merch. They can add more merch, dude. All kinds of like villains, man. Golly. A female Ava Spider-Man. Yeah. But the plug suit. This the one. This the one that would be the leader of their group with an eye patch. Because she's been through some things. Hope you guys are following what I'm talking about. Hopefully it's not too crazy. But yeah. So they'd be out to get him, and he'd be running, and he's like, "What? No, you don't understand. This is not what we're Spider. Don't do this to each other. Stop chasing me. We work together. We work together. Spider people are supposed to be good." And that might shatter his world vision of, they're not just all goody two shoes. That's kind of how they wanted Miguel to be. Oh no, that's another thing I forgot. Miguel is a goody two shoe. Okay, he's an ideal. He's the ideal because he represents the headquarters. So he is actually compassionate and wise. And instead of being like, "You weren't supposed to be here. You were never supposed to be Spider-Man," he's gonna be like, "You know what? I see what you're talking about, man. You're talking about destiny, and I respect that. You do you. You go and you don't want to save fam. I respect that." And he's just compassionate because he's a leader. He understands. He lets things take its course. He's like, as bizarre as it is, it's crazy that you don't want to, but you know what? I can't force you. I can't force you to help us save more lives. Okay, you have your ideals as a hero, and I know what that's like. You a hero. You a hero through and through. I don't mind it. I'm here for the draw. I don't mind. I'm here for the drawing stream. I like it or not. If it makes people talk about it, to be honest, I don't care about it. I'm too old. I don't think they made that film for 25-year-old. It was for kids. Yeah. Well, if it's made for 25-year-old, for kids, then why am I watching? You know what I mean? Why am I watching? I'm just gonna avoid all films because they're made for kids. There's some compelling ass films that were made for kids. That's not an excuse for not having a sound story that's compelling, and but that's probably what they're. I'm not saying that you're telling me not to watch it, but you're giving a reason what their business side was. So let's just make a movie, get it out, and sell a product, make money, and let's market it to kids. I get that. Lazy as fuck. That's why they do rehashes. So Miguel is the one who I feel should have taken a role of like just being a good leader. Leaders don't say stupid things like "you weren't supposed to be here" and stuff like that. That's such a boring ass phrase, and it's just like you're again a bully. You're not even a hero. You're so malicious to say something like that. It's like. And that phrase is usually something that happens when you feel really, oh my God, I can't believe he said that to me. For me, I'm like, oh really? Like, I get in line. I've heard that line so many times. You weren't supposed to be here, So it's like, if it came out from Spider-Gwen, if it came out from Gwen's mouth, someone that you loves you and you have history, then it would have a lot more weight. That's when that kind of phrase would have so much weight. But no, it's some punk dude from another dimension who's chasing you. Like, I don't care. You weren't supposed to be here. I don't care, dude. You weren't supposed to be here either. Shit. Fuck you talking about. I don't watch any films anymore, to be honest. I feel like I've seen them all. I don't mind. I don't mind it. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good for that. Let's hit another layer. Let's hit another layer. They don't need to try. Fans will consume products, get mad, and then consume another product. Yeah, true. As long as it says Spider-Man on it, and that's what I don't like. It's like label it with some popular IP, and it's a hit already before it's even a hit. But yeah, I don't know. Let me just finish up with this. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, reverse everything. So Spider-Man is actually the one who embodies all the people who want to stand up for canon. He wants to uphold the principles of a hero and keep canon for the sake of canon and reality. And well, I think in my case there wouldn't be like any huge consequence for changing canon. So canon is the, like I said, it was the people who are still confused about it, is the moment in milestones in a story that happens, that's a major event that has to happen. And Miles is like trying to uphold this principle of preserving canon. You know, you ever hear somebody talking about canon? It's kind of annoying. Do something. No, why can't we change it up? Why can't we do something new? Why? I mean, obviously for collectors reasons, and you know, you want the authentic, you want the real, you want the original, you want the true truths. So that's the reasons why. But it'll get like really anal nitpicky for some things, like you know, that's the wrong armor. What was I gonna say? So that's that. So Miles is now embodying the that kind of like fandom that's really anal about things, instead of the whole entire Spider-Verse embodying that, because in the way they wrote it, it was the whole entire universe was trying to hold up canon, being like, that's at all costs you need to protect canon. I'm like, no, that's not very likely. You know, the likelihood of everybody signing on with this crazy thing of not being able to save family members is very unlikely, to say. Statistically, very low likelihood. The likelihood of them being all like, hey, no, but I have to save the family, is much more likely. That's because that's what heroes do. They just like, they run around trying to do that. They don't just sit back and go, hey, we need to prevent this saving from occurring, because you know there's a thing called canon. Sleepy. That's sleepy. I get sleepy with that. I don't even like going to the theaters anymore. It feels like there's no point, especially with more streaming services coming out. Poe, is that posting shit? No, I ain't posting shit. Poe, you gotta go to the theater just to experience the feelings. You have a lot of feelings. Being physically out there is nice. That's all. You can get popcorn, have dinner, go with friends, experience the vibes, watch trailers. You get cozy. Those things. Yeah. How long have I done this for? How long have I been doing this for? I don't have my stream. Where's my stream info at? Doko desu ka? Ooh, okay. We've been doing this for. Yeah, this is the hard. Oh, 1 hour and 35 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh, it was a long rant about Ken, wasn't it? I mean, Spider-Man. Yeah. So that's my take. That's my take. That's my take. Have you tried Blender? Many artists are using it to help them to help them in perspective. I know what it is. I've never used it though. Never used it before. Kind of that way. Kind of lazy. Kind of super lazy. There's a lot of tools that's been available to us. And I'm just like very lazy to pick them up. Pick up tools and learn them. And there will always be people too lazy to use the tools that are available to them, which is also okay. Just it's not for everybody. Oh God! Imagine watching movies with some random like scream, clap the ready. Yeah, that's a constant. I mean, but that's part of the experience. Imagine not having that world and not being able to talk about it and laughing about it. It's a pretty good world, I know. It's a pretty good world. No, I mean, you know, you get the whole experience. It's not right. You know, it's like, yeah, I think it's all what makes the experience worthwhile, the good and the bad. Because without, guess what? Without the bad parts in life, there's nothing to be good about, nothing to be happy about, nothing to. Yeah. Without a villain, ain't no heroes. Without heroes, yeah, without heroes, no villains. As you will, as it were, as it was. Man, what is this music? Gosh. Yeah, I get you. I thought that's a part of the experience. Yeah. It is. No, it's sometimes the experience is just too much. Like, God, kill me. I just tell them to shut up. I get pretty angry in public sometimes. Yeah. I was kind of a hoodlum growing up at some point, so I just get up and like, hey, cut it out. You shut up. I'd be like, shut there. Before I flip your ass, I will flip you. It's not good positions, especially if you're trying to be alive. You don't want to unalive yourself because you don't know what will happen to you. And it's happened. It's been close calls growing up. But it's because my prefrontal lobe was not fully developed yet, and I make bad decisions. You know. I watched Spider-Man on the way home with my family, and some guy behind us was not talking and swearing. It sucked. Tell me where he is. I'll take care of him. I just give him the eyeball. Hey, the fuck? Huh? I just look at him, huh? I'm done with the movie, dude. I'm looking at you now. Is that what you want? Shut that up. Shut that up. Yeah, it can get pretty bad. But it's good times. Look, we're painting. We're painting. Painting. Happy times. Happy times. Is there an eyebrow? No. It's an eyebrow. Oh, still no thanks. I watched for okay. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks, man. It's all good, bro. I don't mind. You do what you need to do, what you gotta do, and it's up to you to do it. You know, I just like to share perspectives, and you can have like a different perspective. Like, oh yeah, that's another way of looking at it. But if you don't look at it that way, it's fine. We're all made different. We're all built different. I don't watch movies very often either. It's like once, sometimes once a year, maybe once or twice a year. It's really rare, but it's just nice to be like, movies at the theaters. So I'll go for another hour, another Jeopardy hour. Another hour. I really want to hit this with that true. Right around here. No, right around here. Yeah, that's the true. So the true. Not even true yet, but something that's truly the darkest value. It's not 100% black, but it's getting there in terms of values. Just trying to get the eye to really pull us in this area here. Whoa, that's the true. Yeah. Let's put some value on here. The last time I watched a film at home was like a year. It was a film at home. Watched The Lord of the Rings. Ooh. Blessing Kim scanonography. Yeah, that's that thing you do. See, scanonography. What's up, Lisa? Blessings here. Blessing was on our last stream last time. If you want, feel free to come join. I don't know what you're doing right now. Maybe you're doing some scanographies, scanoscopics. You watch Barbie? Tell me about Barbie. Tell me about Barbie. I saw them pictures. Those pictures go hard. They go to work. Them pictures you had, they go to work. What that I studied, Jet. So one day, Blessing got fed up with art and decided to quit. I said, just take a break, which she did. But she was like, no, I'm done. Oh shit, this had this little box on the left side of this whole time. I'm on the wrong freaking window. Oh crap. What? This whole entire time, you didn't know I was... Oh my god. Drawing screen. That's the one I wanted. Okay. Yeah, and then all of a sudden she's like, I'm just gonna do a normal job and get a job with scanonography and scan people's bodies for cancer, which is a noble job. But I mean, dang, went all the way. I mean, 3 years of doing that, like went from complete art devotion to scanonography. It's not scanonography, by the way. It's It's my dumb brain not remembering how to call it. Psychanography. Stensiology. Something. Barbie was great. Was super cute. Girl left your phone in the bathroom and I found it for her, and her friends were like, "You just got saved by Barbie." Oh man, that's so cool. That's like a special. See, that's what Barbie would do too, huh? So Blessing went as Barbie to watch Barbie. They like got set up, dressed in Barbie outfit. She went dressed in the nines. She was like head to toe Barbie, Korean Barbie, Korean Barbie, and I'm sure they had like several versions of Korean Barbie. There's a Barbie for every country, but that's a blessing. That's a blessing. The blessing. That's the blessing did. That sounds fun. Sounds fun. Do you want to hop on? Want to hop on? I'll probably be on for like another hour. So have to. Don't have to at all. I just told him about Spider-Man. I was talking all this shit about Spider-Man, just like I told you. I actually added a whole new chunk of concepts in there too. And that was to I like a host of spider villains that were mad at Miles for not wanting to save lives. Like, you know what? You a punk. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. We'll come and get you. And then it would like give them an opportunity, a chance to create all these new like villain spiders. I mean, it's so cool. And then their leader villain spider would be like a plug suit spider in a red plug suit with red hair and an eye patch. That would be their arch nemesis, and then and it would be a female too. Female, by the way. So it would be a female. And then Spider-Gwen would and this new villain would go at each other like, what the heck? It would be like 5 or 6 or 7 of them, spider villains, and then it'd be going up against the other ragtag group of spider people that's friends with Miles, and they would go fight each other. And then they're like, go ahead, Miles, go first. We'll take care of these fools. And also a very important part that I think was missing too was I talked about was watching Miles get beat up. You know, it sounded bad. Let me explain. You need to have some conflict. Like watch him fail and actually get his ass whooped a couple of times because he's like, you know, not invincible. So you're like, wow, you mean he is human? You mean he has consequence? You mean he can get hurt? You mean I actually have to worry about his life and care about him? He doesn't just like survive everything and fly around and everything's just perfect, you know? Anytime that happens, that's when I fall asleep. When a hero has no consequence, I'm just like, oh, why do I care then? Why am I here? Why do I care? I thought his life was in danger. I don't feel like it. So I'm saying like, I mean, I'll explain to you how like the world that I would create would be like filled with Spider-Man who just like just frustrated with Miles. Like, man, you a punk. We thought we could rely on you, but you're not even gonna help us do what we're trying to do. Then a group of just angry Spider-Men are taking it upon themselves to try to be like, man, we're gonna beat your dumb ass. And then you see it happen. He gets beat up. He handles them though. He handles a couple of them. He's like, man, I got these new shock powers that you so conveniently placed in my hand so that I could break through one of these barriers that no other Spider-Man could. let me use it on these punks who's trying to beat me up. So he's like, zap, 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 zap. Pff, oh, he's down. Zap, zap. Pff, oh, down. Oh my god. Then he's like down again. And he's down again. Oh my god, they won't. They're relentless. They're not letting it up. And he's just beating up to a pulp. And he's like, man, he's really not that strong after all. There's a bunch of other stronger ones. He doesn't just escape the leader of the headquarters so easily. Like, he doesn't just escape a billion other Spider-Men because he's the God Spider-Man. He doesn't just do that. He gets beat up like he's just like an average one. He's just like, oh, yeah. And another thing, I didn't say ultrasound. Just say ultrasound. Ultrasound. Sonography. Oh, sonography. I see. So you do sonography. So this now. So this now. She does sonography, guys. And she came back. She's now doing art again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Amazing. We talked about a little bit of that last time. Yeah. We were preparing for AX. Sign. No. Too dark. Okay. Ultrasound. I thought you were saying Miles' superpower. Ultrasound. That's your superpower. You go to work every day and you go, ultrasound. And then at the end of the day, they're like, thank you, Blessing. You scanned. You scanned me. Now I can find out if I'm healthy. Or have a baby. Anyways, what? Thank you. What an amazing art. You're amazing. You're amazing art. Thank you. I'm working on the same things over. Okay, suit. Okay, with that. Let's do the big picture stuff. Yeah. Let's put some value down. Oh, too dark. That's a good one. Some foreshadow. So some foreshadow. Brush it in. It's good there. As a byproduct, we have reflected light. Decide on how much there is going to be. Oh. You're late. Yeah. What the? You can't, huh? Huh, Blessing, you can't. You can't. She can't right now. She just can't. And that doesn't mean she can't be on the stream. She's saying I can't, as in she's dying right now in laughter. She's probably sounding like, oh my god, just stop. I can't. Oh my god. I can't. Oh my god. Am I hitting the right spots? Stop! Jack! Jack! Stop! Not really though. Are you trying to say you can't come on the stream? You just can't. You can't even. I just can't. Can't even. Can't even. Can't even. That's exactly what I sound like. I know you sound like that. That's why I said it like that. Stop! Check. Oh my god, Check. Have a great day, everyone. And out Salmon Kusher, thank you so much for joining the stream. Give it up to Salmon. Salmon. Oh man, the music stopped, didn't it? Music stopped. What? Music stopped? Really? Shut my eyes. Gravity. Let's try this one. I'm just all over the place, you know. That's my downfall. My workflow is, oh, I see something, let's do that. Oh, I see something, let's do that. Just really gotta pinpoint what I need to draw and clear it out in phases, like a machine. That would be nice. This one's looking a lot more line driven than my last Asuka Piece. Let's clean some of these lines up. I don't know about this song. This ain't my kind of song. I just remember a random playlist from the thing I listen to all the time. I'll just grab it. Hopefully it sounds good. I get nervous all the time. I'm not feeling this song either. Not feeling that song either. Okay, so we have this much. How do I feel about her face? Like her eyes are a little too happy. Just close them up a little bit. Close them up a little bit. Yeah. What is this? Ethos? Gosh, hungry. This song's called Hungry. You know what? I think I'm tired of this. I'm just gonna add some highlights, sparkle highlights moving forward. You know, it's like I'm trying to color all the base. The base tones and colors. I think it is time. Let's try Nope, 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 no. I love the hair, bro. Oh, thank you. I love some tips or tutorials to make hair. It's such, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, hair is like, I look at it honestly like ribbons, chunks of ribbons. I look at them as volumes. I don't look at them as like hair strands. And I always look at them in like big, imagine tentacles, drawing tentacles, octopus tentacles. And then you have like the major tentacles that drive the overall direction of the flows of the hair, and then you break it up to smaller sub tentacles. And I mean small, I mean like a 10th or 16th of the original strand. If you were to break it up, so like a good example would be like this shape here. Oop. This one here. This shape follows this rhythm, and have like 1, 2, 3, and the smaller shapes around it. I mean that's pretty much it. And understanding the top plane and the lower plane is something that makes it read, and how they connect and intertwine. That's where money is. As a matter of fact, I don't feel it in these shapes very well, so I'm gonna add. This is values, lines. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel it much, so I'm gonna do some more on this here. It's starting to look a little flat around here. Nope. The values get too dark. Oh, this mic is on. Oh, this song's nice. Dang it. Desaturate that. I'm using a multiply right now, so it's a little bit trickier to control the values and hue of this here. So this here hair, we'll do it like this. Desaturate it. Pick up that color. And that'll be a color we'll use. So I want to create more flips, because it's all like kind of one direction. That's too much. So it curls this way in the inside, and then it flips out the other side. Maybe here as well. Give some variety in that shape, but trying not to be too redundant with the shapes. Something like that. arte muito foda. I'm not sure what that means, but is that Portuguese? Muito foda. Is that a cuss word? Is that Portuguese? I don't want to overdo these darker values, but Português, Brazil. Okay. 谢谢，谢谢，谢谢，ありがとうございます。I think that's enough. I like the faded outlook, but it's nice too. Let's get some smaller shapes now. So we created those, and now I'm just going to create some smaller planes here and there. It may get too busy though. That's my thing. It's like you don't know when is enough. Like try to cover all the grounds. Full color spectrum, full color range. Not color spectrum, but the value spectrum. This one's a good one. Yeah. Let's hit some of these on this side. As I'm going away from that area of her face, I start to do less and less rendering because and as you can see, my style is very back and forth. I'm not very deliberate. I was watching Art Germ recently, one of his process videos that he posted on IG, from the beginning to end. I'm like, holy applesauce. He was just going forward and so clean and so like methodical. He knows exactly where. It makes it look so easy. Like there's like no thinking. There's thinking, but you know, it's like it's very minor, very minor. I'm like, oh nope, that's not that work. That doesn't work. This works. That's not gonna work that way. Let's try this up. Let's try the ways there, but it was a bullshit. Okay, no, all right, maybe not. Yes, no, yes, yeah, okay. I think that's good like that. Man, it's not busy enough on this bottom portion. Damn. Okay. We'll fix it right up here. More suggestive on the bottom portions. I'm not going to have the whole figure by the way. I'm gonna just crop. I'm gonna crop a lot of this out. That was the plan actually. I was gonna crop it like right around here, like this. Oh, right around here, like this. About that much. I'll crop it out like that. Let's just do a test example, bro. I need your patience to draw. You need my compulsiveness. That's what it is. It's not patience. It's compulsion. Obsessive compulsion.
my compulsive behavior of being with yeah, I mean I could do like this, but I don't think I want it like that. It's kind of weird to have that blood droplet of her eye coming all the way to the top of the screen like that. I mean, it's an option. I did draw her figure, but it just means I have to draw all that hair, and it's like, where's the focus? Where the focus is at? That's cool. That looks really cool though. But I wanted to do initially. That's my problem, and I've had some people point it out as well. Some good artist friends of mine. I tend to draw full figures too much. I don't want to sacrifice information that I've created for the sake of composition and detail. I'd rather have just throw everything in there. We need more. We need more. Just put them all in there. Oh my god, where is that? Oh, here it is. Something like this. Like this. Yeah, something like this even. This would be the official one. Let's see how far I have out in this one. Trying to get an idea of what size I would do. Something in between like that, maybe. Half is yeah. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. This is the part that takes me like hours to do. Just figure out composition. Pulled in is nice. You know, this is what makes it bold. This one's really pulled in. We're losing some of the information, but that's crop is nice, you know. At least I think so. That's kind of cool. That's good right there. Talking about having a tail. What's she talking about? If I had a tail. What? Don't you dare. Enjoy the cool little artwork. Thank you. Hikari Ami Takato. Hikari Ami Takato. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hikari Ami Takato. Takato. Oh, Jen, you're still here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, good to have you guys here. I'm just putting the specular highlights on here. Now, it's gonna take me a long time too sometimes. Just stupid highlights. I don't know why. I think because it's graphic designs. Graphic things that throw me off. Hello, Nelia. Nick Japanese, but I'm Brazilian. I want to see the end result. Okay, I need another 8 hours. It's gonna be a while. Probably gonna do that off stream. Very, very, very slow. Very meticulous. One of the slowest. Try to use different color blending techniques. Overlay. That's nice. Saturation. That's nice. Ooh. I do like this being much more saturated highlight than it is white. Can we get it white? No. Not with overlay mode. Color dodge. Color dodge is pretty good. If I keep it super dark, then I can make portions of it super bright. So yeah, we'll try that instead. We'll try that instead. I'm murmuring. I know. I'm sorry. Shiny. 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 Cool light. Heats up and then it turns cool at the end. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Oops. That is not cool. That not good. That good. That good. Nick Japanese, but too bright. Soften up these specular highlights, pulling away too much information. I'm pulling too much attention, sorry, too much attention. Jenny, which digital tablet to use? I'm using 13-inch Cintiq. Cintiq. I've had this one for a long time too, so it's really amazing how long it's lasted. I'm kind of tired though. I feel like I'm calming down with a cold, but it could just be that I'm sleepy. I get groggy. Yeah. Autosave. Thanks so much everyone for just hanging out with me. I will end this stream in about 15 minutes. Yeah. Get off in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Soft light. Kind of nice. Oh yeah, that's kind of nice. And soft light for some. Dude, I haven't seen a stream in years. Oh, wow, Jima, can you have it back? Yeah, no, just been MIA. Thanks for stopping by. I stream more frequently than I make videos. Than I, you know. Dude, shoot. How you been? How many years has it been? Years, huh? Well, I'm here now. Yeah, that's all nice. Oops. Too bright. Too bright. Try to make it darker. Probably 4 since, wow, 4 start of Unity. I remember Psycho streams. Wow, that's such a long time ago. Amazing. Yeah, Psycho streams was legendary. That was life. That was my birth life. Psycho streams. They were the originals. I'll never forget those times. Some of my best memories of those times. Locked in history, you know? And cherish those times. Trying to get some like reflected lights going on and trying to see a good maybe. Can I get the blue? 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 Is there blue? No. Damn. That's nice. Yeah, that's a nice one. Try some greens. Mm-hmm. Put some greens in there. Counteract these reds. I've never heard this song before, but it sounds nice. So yeah, the stream's coming to an end. I hope you guys can come out to actually we talk about all the other shows that I'm doing. I have a lot of shows lined up. So I'll be going to Tampa Bay Comic Con this coming weekend in Florida, and then I will do Evo. Evo is in Vegas. It's in Vegas? I'm in Vegas the following weekend. Alright, and then get ready for this. I'll be going to Texas after Vegas that following weekend, I believe. To Anime Matsuri. And then the weekend after that, I'm going to Illinois. So every weekend I'm going to be doing a show. It's a little crazy. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but it's happening. It's all been booked and scheduled to go. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Illinois, Texas, Vegas, anybody, you guys. Come on, I hope to see you guys there. I never really see you guys from the stream at the show. It's like one or two. So if you're in town, come check me out. Come say hello. I will have this as well as maybe 1 or 2 other new pieces done. Most likely just this one, but I really wanted to have like 2 more done. Because I wanted to do Shinji Ikari to complete the set. But it seems like this next 2-3 days are the last days I can produce anything, because flying back from between shows, I have like 1 or 2 days before I fly to the next one, and it's like it takes a lot of work and time just to restock, prepare, organize for each show. And so and I wasn't talking too much about the art itself. Just talking more about Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man stream. Buried in there. Spider-Man. It's not that important. Really not that important. But one of those Spider-Man things is like, you know, if I felt a movie was weird or whatever it is, I tend to just like overlook it and be like, okay, I just don't think it was that interesting or compelling to me. And then this was like my real first time where I'm actually like trying to figure out what was wrong with it, or what I thought I just could improve it with. And I was like, you know what works, what stories worked in the past, and why I liked it, and how can we apply those same kind of principles, storytelling strategies, and that. And so yeah, I went ham. But it's fun. It's very fun. And hopefully someday I'll be able to tell my own stories when I stop being a lazy ass bum. Yeah. So yeah. There's a lot of things left in this drawing. I tend to go very, I don't know, meticulous with small little details, hue shifts, transitions, and fold, and it's been what I've been doing lately with my approach, going really in with the fine details. Get extra love, some extra love, you know? Yeah. Anyways, you know, with that, I don't want to let go. But I have to. I'll take a break. You know, I always say, don't forget to take a break. It's just as important to take a break as it is to draw. And consistently. Having limits is, for me, I think even more important than actually drawing, because it's the not taking breaks that burns me out, I think, part of it. And it's not that I get burnt out, it's just that my brain will not like to do something that I know will require a lot of time and energy again. So I go, oh, let's just put it off a little bit longer. I just relax a little bit. Just relax just a little bit longer. Let me show you guys a little tangent. See this little black line here? So the line comes from over the hand. So it looks like that's part of the arm. So we can't have that information just flow this way instead. So we know hair is doing something like this direction to counteract that shape. Now you're like, oh, okay. This is the wrong layer. Yeah, this is the right layer. Oh, it's gonna get really fun. I'm getting excited about the next small little stages that I usually do, and I will do that off air. I will not show you what I do. That's how it works sometimes because I'm tired. You probably four since I don't know how, but it feels like you've evolved since your earlier work. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think we all evolved. If you looked at Cycra's stream, like everybody's just on a trajectory. We're just moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Like if you don't stop drawing, you're moving forward, and it's incredible to see just how much people have improved. We start off with like a 1,000 people submitting art, and they're just okay, and then it's like those same 1,000 are now all incredible. And so that just goes to show, you know, like it's just, it doesn't matter that, like, don't worry about how good you are. It's just that the difference between you and a professional is really just the time. We're all gonna get there. We're all gonna just get there eventually. The only difference is time. That's the only thing that separates between professional and the beginner. Time. How much time have you put into your work? So for me, yeah, I mean, eventually you guys are gonna be just, if you're not here already, then you will be at some point. And if not this specific level, a type of appreciation of level. So by that I mean, like, there's styles and other strengths that I don't have. Like I don't work on the environmentals or like realism or, you know, or surface hard surfaces and metallic type of things, or creatures, you know, or chibi stuff, or whatever it is you're into, you know. Not everything, right? And those people do they have their specialty, and they are special in their own way, and we're all equal in that. We've reached a peak of like excellence, but you're just special and good in your own way. It sounds dumb, but it's true. It's like, this is how I look at it. At some point, everybody's just gonna be good. Everybody's just gonna be good. Like, you know, except the people who are just starting off. But I'm saying, like, everybody, being the pool of people who are drawing, they're just gonna be good. But you're just gonna be different in your own way, doing something else. Because I looked at Cynic's stream and I'm just like, there's just hundreds of them. I'm like, wow, they're better than me in so many different ways. And a lot of them fall short, but that's okay, because we're all just, said, technical skill and stuff. It's all different. To see me improve, yeah, man, it just happens, you know. It just happens. I'm just like you, and you're just like me. We're all just like the same, just different eyes and heads and brains. Okay. Sound is really low. That's because I turned the gain all the way down, so that I have to get really close right here. I'm gonna go now, okay? So I want to keep going on the drawing. There's no end. There's no end to it. The amount of work that I tend to do, it's like there's no end. You just stop at some point, and just call it done. But it's definitely not done for me, and I hope it's not done for you either. Wait. Whoa! My style's changed. Has it changed? Has it changed? Let me show you guys something that I did like 2012-ish. If I can pull it up. My art. Asuka. Yellow dress. Oh, yeah. So this drawing that I just did, it's the same thing as this. Just more smaller parts and broken up a lot more. This is from a daily sketch. So I'm trying to draw things like in like increments of an hour a day. Just draw something. Just draw something. Just draw something. Just draw something. That's an Asuka. Yeah. That's an Asuka. That's an Asuka. Asuka 2016. Oh shoot. This is an Asuka. This is the one I was talking about. My very first Asuka Langley. Yeah. Did this one 2016. Same kind of principles, but big shapes. I'm doing the same principles. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not breaking up these big old clunky shapes of the hair. And that's the obviously the the banner at the beginning of the show that you'll see. And there's I don't know where it is, but I drew one a long time ago. A long time ago. It's gone. Did I call it old? I don't think I'll ever find it, but I never finished it either. Old art? Old art? It's called old art. Gemini. So let me show you some stuff that I did during art school. How about that? This is some stuff I did 2010. I was really proud of this creature design stuff. And this is when I was like not really knowing how to draw or anything, just kind of just going forward with those lines and rendering. Like, I don't know, I'm just doing it. But I remember for the first time really learning how to like color coordinate. Like I'm like, oh, I'm really applying some of the knowledge that I'm learning about color. Oh, this one especially like killed me. It killed me. So this was not like I used Photoshop. Photoshop was painful too, painful. And my ability to control the tablet. It wasn't a Cintiq. This is a Wacom tablet where I'm not looking at the screen. Back 2010. Old art. Yeah, that was when I was a little baby. Thank you. Thank you. My old pieces. Oh shit. That's not what I'm trying to find out. Put this out before something pops up. Old art. I'm trying to find my old, like literally like 2008. An old, maybe it's on my DeviantArt. I'll find it that way. My old like Asuka Langley, and I was just like, don't even know how to use Photoshop. Like my very first time ever touching it. Photoshop. So one of the things that I know about myself is I was very complacent because I always had a natural ability to draw, like growing up, not really understanding why, and not really working on it hard enough. So I was just not as driven to draw. Old works. Okay, old works. But I mean, I was clunky as hell. I mean, I'm just all over the place. Let me just go to my old stuff. Just look here. It's really embarrassing, but there's the creature stuff. But like, this is my. I don't want to see the stuff on the side. It's other people's works. Sketching was all rough, clean lines. Random tutorials that would break down. This is like old 2012. Don't even know, like, yes, some thumbnails. Oh, I did this for I don't know what the hell I was doing, man. And like the process, I don't even know how I was able to do it either. Dude doesn't have something, but anyways, 2010-ish, those ones. Where's it? I'm trying to find the Asuka Langley. Which better not get distracted. Let's go to Asuka Langley and just be done with it.
Oh yeah, but that nude was a study. That it was so bad. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. My eyes weren't even working. I'm like, but trying to analyze it, There's one problem. First of all, my brain's not able to analyze things. Secondly, not being able to use the tools. So it was difficult to, because I don't know how to use Photoshop and stuff. But yeah, this is my old. This is like really old. Let's see. I don't think I even drew it. This is even older than when I posted it. So the date was, when did I post it? I don't know when I posted it, but it's like 2008-ish. This is the 9. And I'm like barely learning how to render for the first time. Yeah. So that's where I was. And I never finished it either. I'm like, I'm doing something. Yeah. Yeah, so I found it. That's the one I was talking about. But yeah, we come a long way. And that's my stuff. Come back to you guys. Bro, 100 level. Your first sketch. It evolved so much. Why so many Asuka though? You like her design? I do. I like Evangelion, not just Asuka. Ricardo, it evolved so much. I like them all. What they look so good, man. Your URL name on those. Better not dox yourself. I'm an artist. Like, you'll find me if I list myself. The Jetty Jet Show. I mean, yeah, it's good to have an alias, and if I could maintain that, that's fine. But when I give a business card out, it's gonna have my name and my studio art name. It's gonna be like, Art Journalist Stanley la. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I guess I really like Asuka. I used to love Rei Ayanami, but I think we need to talk about that and the character development of how real Asuka was and how she reflects. She's more human, whereas Rei is just like she's a robot. She just mimics things and just says things that you want to hear. Yeah. So I was saying, like, I was going from like messing around with my own brain, not really know how to render and stuff like this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing at all, and like this is me like, oh shoot, posting up on like an old art website. It was a themed thing, so it was like a competition. It was like draw within an hour or two a robot, a mech rabbit thing. I was like, okay. And then you go from here to like me actually understanding like form and stuff and color theory and like these animal things. I was just like, man, I was really proud of myself for those. This is all my old stuff. Rei Ayanami. Yeah. I don't know if I guys showed you guys. Oh, don't. I don't want to see that stuff on the right. I don't want like something risky to pop up. Yeah. Anyways, all right, guys. Thank you so much, you guys. She's like Eris from Mushoku Tensei. I'll see you guys. Please take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the conventions, and if I can see you guys next time on the stream, don't know, that'd be cool. See you guys later. Oh wait, we don't forget about Misato. Alright, take care, you guys. See you after the day. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oyasumi nasai. Wanan. Bada boom. Pieces.
Something when you're up to